A very good morning to you. How are you doing? I hope that you're well, you're happy, you're blessed. I am so excited to be here. It's September. It's the first Wednesday of this amazing, beautiful month. We are in the last quarter of the year. I'm so excited for this. I hope that you are as well. I had someone saying that it's a happy new year to us. We're starting afresh, and I'm just here to tell you the same. Because I know we'd probably get to a place where we're feeling like, wa, mwaka imeenda, things that we've not done, we try again next year. But we're here to say that we're just getting started now, okay? So kama kuna vitu ulitaka kufanya this year na hujafanya bado, this is the time. Let's get started. Let's do it. Sawa sawa. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is MBCI TV ambapo tunabadilisha maisha by the grace of God. We are so happy and blessed to be here. Of course, this is the week where we get into the Word and Prayer Festival. Yeah, and this week we are praying about the mountain of media. And this is so good. I'm just telling you about how the month is starting in such an amazing way. In fact, the one ilikuwa Monday. Unajua Monday nakuanga siku ya kazi. So this tells you that September ni mwezi ya kazi. Sawa sawa? So karibu sana. We are happy to have you here. This is Afya Clinic, where we talk about everything that affects your health, and we make sure that we talk about it in a way that you are just able to understand. And this month is one of the most special months, because in terms of health, we are focusing on suicide prevention awareness month. Yeah. And we've had a month that was mental health awareness, breast cancer awareness, all that. But this is also a month that affects each and every one of us in one way or another. And now because of that, today we'll be talking about suicide prevention. And as you very well know, it's very much related to mental health. So we'll be starting with mental health and then talk about how does it trickle down to issue of suicide. Yeah. So today is a show where we get vulnerable, we talk to each other and get to know exactly what is affecting you and I. But before we get there, karibu sana, this is Afya Clinic, and we'd love to hear and know how your year has been so far, what you're thanking God for, and for that our numbers are very open. That is 0721 105 105 on WhatsApp, 23814 SMS code, which is absolutely free of charge. We are live on Facebook on MBCI TV Facebook page. We are live on YouTube on MBCI TV official YouTube page. My name is Rachel Kahogo. Happy and blessed to be here. So on all social media pages, you'll be able to get my handles there. That is Rachel Kahogo. And of course, on those, you'll be able to also send your feedback, and I'll be happy to hear from you. So I'll be starting by, that's good English, ntaanza kwa kuangalia what you are happy about, what you're thanking God about for the 8 months ambazo Mungu amekuwa na sisi. And of course, for the week that has been from last week on Wednesday, while you are here talking about health again, as we do each and every other Wednesday. So we'd love to know what you're thanking God for, how your week has been so far, and how your week has started. Pia tuambie wewe ni nani, unatuwatch kutoka wapi, unatuwatch na akina nani. We'll be happy to hear from you. Now, as you do that, I'd just love for us to introduce the guest that we're having today. And as I've said before, is that today we are talking about mental health and suicide. This is something that I know affects each and every one of us. Yeah. So I'd love for us to just maybe start by sharing our experiences. Have you maybe ever been suicidal yourself? Or sadly, have you had a friend or a family member who's passed on to glory from suicide? And would you probably know issue ilikuwa gani? Yeah, because you want to make this. I was just talking to our psychologist today, and we said that today we are having a show that is from a place of vulnerability. So we get to talk about this because we also want to remove the stigma that surrounds this, so that if you're suicidal, you're able to come and say, hey, Kahugu, mahali niko, I'm suicidal, na siko sawa. What do you think I can do? Because you know, as you said, is that speaking out is usually a step to healing. Labda si 100%, but it's a step to healing. So that's what we'll be talking about today. And to handle that, we're having Caroline Njuguna, who is a clinical psychologist from Valley Hospital. An amazing lady. We've already had some part of discussion already, and I am so excited about how this show will go along. So feel free to share with us. In ile show yetu tunakwambianga, if you're not very comfortable telling us your name, it's okay. Yeah? So share your experiences. Tell us if you have any question. We will make 100% use of this month because we are doing sensitization kabisa about suicide prevention. We don't want any of us ever again to ever die from suicide. Sawa. So God has blessed us with life and good health for a reason. Good. Now, because of that, I'd want for us to get the guest intro so that we just get to know who exactly we are having today in studio. Good morning and welcome to Afya Clinic. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and today we are having a very important conversation around mental health and suicide. This is something that touches many of us, either directly or through someone that we know. And this is a conversation that we must keep having. With us in studio is Caroline Njuguna, a clinical psychologist from Valley Hospital. She has a wealth of experience, having also served as a lead instructor at Serene Mediation Center and as a college lecturer at Nandara National Polytechnic. She'll be helping us unpack what mental health really means, how it's connected to suicide, and most importantly, how we can all be part of the solution. I'll be your host, Rachel Kahogo. Good. We're back. Thank you so much for staying. And we are, as I've said, very excited to have this conversation because this is a conversation that will be truly, truly uplifting. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad to be here. And I feel blessed equally to be here in this space so that, you know, we want to reduce mental health issues. We want to reduce suicidal. We want to reduce families crying, families being traumatized, and you know, we want to see tomorrow a better space for all of us, for our children, for those who are in this space right now and tomorrow. And I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Asante sana for being here. Also equally very happy to have this conversation. So there's one thing that this show has done to me. I'm getting to get used to uncomfortable conversations. Especially issues of health. Now, we talked about mental health, we talked about men's mental health again and again when it was the Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. But we say that we'll be talking about issue of mental health after every short while so that we'll get comfortable about opening up. But maybe before we even get into the discussion, for the people who are seeing you for the very first time, let us allow them to hear your voice and to know who you are. So just say hi to them. This is your camera, and then we'll get started.
All right. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody, viewers. I'm hoping that this morning is a beautiful morning for you. Personally, I'm blessed to be here. My name is Caroline Njuguna, a clinical psychologist with Valley Hospital, and equally with a round of experience with children, family, and even adolescents, with around 8 years of experience in terms of mental health. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you here. 8 years? How is that?
It's beautiful. I am home with issues about mental health. I am home. I will tell you a bit about it. Is that when I was a bit young, I just wanted to help people. I want to help people. And for the longest, I didn't know how to help people. Before I was like, you can only help people through being a doctor. And we didn't get that threshold of becoming admitted to do anything to do with doctors and nursing and medical. So I did other occupations and professions around there, but my heart still was beating for helping people. And then boom, psychology, mental health. And when I switched, I can tell you I'm home. And I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing people changing from one position to another one, people developing, and equally when people coming back and telling me, you know what, I listened to you and I'm doing better. They can even call you, I listened to what you told me, I listened to the space that you gave me to be feeling safe. And I'm telling you, there's nothing so beautiful as a good feedback, like somebody has gone past where they were. So for me, I'm home. In mental health issues, I'm home. Yes.
I love that. Now, maybe let's start from to explain mental health.
Yes.
But before we even explain that, from your 8 years of experience, how bad would mental health be? In terms of the people that you've met, the people that you've talked to, what's the extent of damage, mental health issues?
On an individual basis, it goes to a very deep extent, because you find a lot of people don't even know how to come back from such issues or challenges. And the main thing they will go to is either giving up in life.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that would be the worst, like giving up in life. And unfortunately, there are reasons why people actually get to that point. And I think maybe as we go on, we shall discuss about it or even talk about it. On the other side also, there's a beauty about it. People are able to actually walk away from it. And for me, those are success stories. I've met people who the first time we meet and we're having a discussion, they're like, do you think I can get better? You know? Like, how about this? Let's just try and walk with you this journey and then we'll see. And then later on, after maybe 1 or 2 sessions or spaces between me and them, they're like, wow,
life is actually
I feel even better, you know?
Yeah.
So those are things that for me personally, I feel I've seen both sides where we've lost people because probably they didn't have that strength to actually want to go on with life, or they felt that they need not to continue with life. So it has both flip sides of a better space to be in and equally a space not to be in. Yes. So there's down moments about mental health issues and equally beautiful moments, especially when somebody walks away from it, able to actually come out of it strong and a better person. Because, I mean, I, as a professional, the best thing is to see somebody actually walking away, being stronger and better, and they would even come and tell you, you remember this? And probably I'm not going to remember them because you've seen a lot of clients, but if they come and give you like a feedback, you are like, wow.
I love that.
You know? Especially the most beautiful part about it is meeting them on the streets. And I just tell you, Doc, like, yes. So they could tell you, you remember you told me this? And for me, that's the best gift you can ever be given by God. Equally, even if somebody doesn't go on very well after our sessions or maybe our visits or maybe through help, but they're still there and they're still choosing to try and try and try, that's also a best gift for a professional.
That's strength.
Yes. Meaning strength. Yes, and even courage actually, because we need courage and strength actually to basically want to be okay. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good place to start. I love what you've said, that we need strength to even want to be okay. Not to be okay. We need strength to want to be okay. Because I believe kuna watu wamefika mahali wana feel, by the way, mi hata sina option. Mimi wacha tu. And I think that's where it gets to, why am I even living in the first place? And they now opt for suicide, which is very sad, and we'll be getting there. Let's start by, in layman's language, what is mental health, mental health in general?
Okay. One of the things we usually think about mental health is just basically our mindset or our cognition. But mental health is about our emotions, our feelings, even our behavior, you know. So basically, I would say mental health is emotional part of us and equally psychological part of us, okay? And even social part of us. It all brings all into one bowl, you know, not just mental capacity, but we have mental capacity, we have social capacity, psychological capacity, and equally our emotional capacity. So this mix of all these aspects, it affects the way we behave, the way we think, and the way we feel, and equally the way we socialize with people or we relate with other people. So it's not about just mindset. It's basically our emotional, psychological, social aspect of our life that affects our thinking, our feeling, and equally even our behavior and how we relate with other people. Even ourselves, how we relate with ourselves.
That's very important.
Most of the time, you always think about others, but when you're asked about you, you're like, you freeze. You know, it's like attention is brought back to you. Yes.
I hear you. That's very interesting. Most of the time we don't think about how we relate with ourselves. We think about how we relate with others. Maybe that's something we need to talk about and, you know, just think about in length. Now, we're talking about mental health in relation to suicide because September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Why is it important for us to talk about the issue of suicide?
One, because this thing is with us. And for the longest time, we would brand it as something that we don't accept, but it's been happening. And now it's even actually more rampant, in our world today. And if you to look at, there's a research that says that the highest percent of people who think about suicide, actually it's ladies or women.
Oh, really?
But the highest number that commits it, actually it's men.
Why is
so you can
that?
imagine, as we think, like I think maybe 10 times than men, but actually men tend to actually actualize it more than us. One of the things probably I would think about is, you know, women, we get to talk anywhere, you know.
For sure.
And then we have the societal, cultural belief that if a man expresses himself, the frustrations, then he seems to be a weakling.
Yeah.
So they hold back. You know, they hold it back. They say, you know what, I don't want to show that I'm weak. So they keep it. And, you know, the moment you don't share about it, then there's pressure within.
Yeah.
So the pressure within wants to blow out. But again, the societal and cultural norm and conditioning of the men is that they shouldn't vent out. So what happens? They blow out.
Yeah.
How do they blow out? Either suicide or maybe act behaviors that probably would hurt them, you know, like self-harm and engaging in something that will harm them, like something that is going to distract them, you know, and destroy them. Just in the name that I cannot vent out. So where do I have to, this energy has to go somewhere. Okay? This inbuilt energy has to go somewhere. So they find activities or behavior that actually, in their mindset, they're trying to vent out, but in real, actually, it's affecting them. Okay?
So these would be like what behaviors?
The people who drown themselves into alcohol, the people who do self-harm. I think probably as you go on, we're going to discuss about that. There are people who just decide, I'm done. I'm just there. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. But those who become even violent to either their family members, to maybe their children. There are those who even disconnect from people. As isolation, they go on isolation completely. And probably you might even find them, those are the people who you start questioning what happened to them. So suicide is not a good thing. It doesn't just affect the person, but also the family and the people probably who are left behind after that behavior that has been acted out. Especially those who are left behind are more affected, because I mean, if somebody chooses the suicidal way, he's gone and he's not going to come back. But the ones that we are still remaining, we remain with that trauma, we remain with that feeling. People are going to look at us like, we thought this family, you know, and all that and all that. And that space of losing somebody because of suicide is more traumatizing than any other. Especially somebody you didn't expect to go through that. It's more traumatizing. Yes.
I hear you. Now, what are some of the mental health conditions that would be risk factors for suicide?
Now, first and foremost, one of the things that leads to suicidal thoughts, I can put them in two categories. We have psychological disturbances or other challenges. I like using the word challenges because I believe a challenge you can be able to win it off and become better. But if you use problems, like problems never end. So I like using the word challenges. However, also mental health disorders also play a part into our lives, into our mental challenges, and equally, even on that down the track of suicidal. So one of them is depression, okay? And also anxiety disorders that we have. And you know, depression is just the mood. You're low mood, you're feeling a feeling of sadness, hopelessness. There is no tomorrow. There is no even silver lining somewhere. There's just low mood. And you'll get to know some people who are depressed by some of the behaviors, probably by isolating themselves. I remember there's one person I had, and he will not open his curtains, windows. He will just stay in darkness. And because depression plays with the mind a lot, and you'd see things or even probably believe things are there. So you'll find him, if you dare just open a little bit of the curtains like this, he would like say, no, I'm gonna get burnt by the sun, you know, or somebody is coming to kill me. You know, depression takes you in a space whereby you can't even believe anything. And that is actually not even a reality. Okay. You also have bipolar. Bipolar disorder is where spaces where you have high energy and again low energy. And bipolar affects somebody's energy, sleep patterns, and even you cannot be able to make decisions well. I mean, you're always told we be careful with our tongue when you're either very happy or very, very sad, you know. So bipolar affects energy from these high moments and low moments. And now, when you talk about high moments and low moments, the extreme sadness or extreme high burst of energy. Like you can even say manierism. Actually, they can do. Let me say amazing things. I don't want to say bad things, but I'm saying amazing things because of that space they are in. Amazing because you'll be like, yes, you'll be shocked, but to them they're doing it because unknowingly because of that energy. Yes.
Okay.
So we also have anxiety disorders. We also have personality trait disorders. The people who have different personality. There are those who are aggressive, but just nature they're aggressive. Okay.
Not the personality. We'll talk about anxiety because I feel like that's also a topic we need to unpack.
Yes.
But let's talk about personality. You know, I've had people say, "Unajua mimi nakuanga na anger issues, by the way," and I'm thinking, my brother, isn't that something you can work on? So the issue about personality, is it something you can change? Saying that I'm an aggressive person. Is it something that you can work on? Ama wewe tujue personality yako ndio hiyo and that's it.
Actually, you can work out something. And you know, the beauty part about people is that they always say, I know I have anger issues, but my question is always like, what have you done about it? You know, like, what have you done about it? Are you okay with being that person? So people get to use that as a reason for you to understand me. But my question always asks, like, what have you done about it? I'll give you an example with myself. I'm very key and very attentive in terms of timekeeping and time management. And I have these amazing, beautiful friends of mine. And
the fact that you're calling them amazing and beautiful, just in case wakwe wanasikiza.
Not really, but they're amazing.
Saying it with love.
Oh, I love them. I love those two amazing girls. And one of the things, them with time, I think I still love them, with time. We would agree 8 and probably will come 2 hours later or even
2 hours
or
later.
Maybe 7 minutes past. So I was very strict on time.
But 7 minutes, hey.
Just hear me. Like even 7 minutes or even 5 minutes past 8 and they have not told me. Oh, I used to get really mad. So by the time we are meeting, I'm like already fumes up. I would really complain and tell them, it would take me a few minutes, or rather some couple of minutes, to actually switch back now and now work with them. And of course, these two like, Carol, you're like this. So I needed to learn. I needed to sit down and learn because now they're my friends. I love them from heaven to moon and all that. And I needed to know how to work with them. I needed to understand that one of them, her energy is, in the afternoon, her energies are high. My energies are usually morning, so I'm very active in the morning. And the other one is in between. So I needed to learn. So that means I changed me so that I can be able to work together with them. And it has been okay. Even if I'm used to like one of them, if she tells me like, can we meet at 10? I'm like, are you sure? When I say, are you sure? They're like, okay, 12, because I know her time. So basically, I'm able to change for them. So for me, personality, you may not change it fully, but you can be able to work on it that serves you best also with different people. Because, we're social human beings. We work and we thrive well by interacting with people. So personality traits, you can train. You may not change it fully, but like now, the anger issue. If you know that you get angry very fast, how do? You can practice breathing in and out before you react. You know? You can, ask yourself, if suppose I was that person. So there are tools and skills that we can use as an individual to actually see how my personality can actually work with other people, because all of us have different personalities. If we can't accept each other and be able to work together, then I don't think everybody will be in different directions and there'll be even chaos, basically.
For sure.
I think we can change.
We can.
But even if you don't change it fully, we can try work out things to make it easier for us to work with other people.
Yeah, which is important because you can't live alone.
Yeah, you actually can't live alone. And I know that some people will say that they like being alone.
Yeah.
But yes, but a particular point in your life, you get to have one friend. So how do you relate? You know, that's something that people need also to understand, that I've accepted I have this issue. So what are you doing about it? Okay.
We have to do something about it.
Yes, you have to. I mean, like even when you don't have money, do you sit and say, I'm accepting that I don't have money and sit? No. You wake up and go.
Work around it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the anxiety issue. Because also anxiety is something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And there are people that their anxiety really shows.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So how bad would that be, and would that in any way lead to suicide, really?
It can lead if you're exposed to something that you're afraid of.
Yeah.
There are people who are afraid of crowds. Maybe you've gone to a seminar, you've gone to a workshop, and you don't like people. You will find yourself either freezing or just shivering. Recently I've had a client who, we tried a different space to have a session, and apparently there were a lot of people came in, and I could see her shivering, you know, just shivering. So like, wow, okay. So I had to calm her down, just took some minutes to try to distract her, look at the Nakuru, how beautiful it is. Wow, it's a bit warm. You know, that conversation that now she can feel a bit safe.
Yeah.
The people who are anxious about dark places or like darkness. So the moment you get to know that is one of the things that you have, you need to be willing to work on it. Okay?
Yeah.
And even seeking help is also important, so that you get to understand why you're anxious. It can be past traumas, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe childhood traumas.
Especially that.
Yeah. If you can allow me, there's one client I had, and this client was afraid of the gender, the male gender. And hata tu amsalimie, she would run or insult, or, and maybe your friend can just pat you at the back and say hi. She would like slap back or just hit back. So when I worked with her, and I could understand there were some activities and some behavior that was done on her, like sexual abuse and all that. And that is one of the things that made her be afraid and anxious. Whenever she's in a room with men, she would just shiver.
Yeah.
It can be rejection when you're young from your family, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe you're being bullied at school as well. So those are the things that make people anxious. And anxiety is not really a good thing, because again, it affects even your decision making, it affects your behavior with people. And of course, we know in a community where people want you to behave in a certain manner, and then you behave in a different manner, there's always that space for judgment and equal isolation. And again, through now that, you get even deeper frustrated in this, in your anxiety space. And definitely it might lead to more detrimental space being in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear you. Now, you were saying that, and I'm thinking about this. So this is where we invite all your questions. So if you have a question, maybe an experience that you've had, this is the right place. So ask, and we'll be happy to answer. So the issue about past trauma has reminded me of a situation someone was sharing with me. So in the recent past, she's lost a few people who are very close to her. And she was now sharing that it has gotten her to a space where any conversation about death, or at a conversation in suicide will literally get her sweating, very nervous. Yeah. And she was saying she'd be at a place where, say you're driving, and then I'm forgetting the name, like a graveyard. Let me just use a graveyard for lack of a better word. Alafu apite place na kaivo. She'll literally shiver, sweat, and sometimes actually cry. Yeah. So I'd want to know, would that be a warning sign for something? Is that trauma? Is it something that she needs to work on? If you react on something, that it actually manifests physically, not something you just think of.
I would call them unresolved traumas, and equally I would even say that the person has not healed. You know, there's one thing that really pushes to have mental challenges is when we've gone through something and you've not taken time to heal. Either one, because if you've denied that this happened, or you just said it's normal, normalizing death, either depending on how you've lost people. And if you don't take time to actually heal, then we don't forget, basically. If right now, even if I ask you, can you remember what happened to you when you were young? You would probably, we used to steal sugar, we used to steal this. Why? Because our memory is here. When you don't tap on that memory about your home when you're young, it just goes to an unconscious, okay? So when you don't heal, and as time goes by, you don't tap on that memory, then it just goes to an unconscious. So if this person did not take time to actually heal because of the losses, then any event that is close to death can trigger a reaction. Now for her, probably even hearing that the neighbor has gone and maybe on the TV that 10 people have died because of an accident, that will be a trigger. Meaning the trigger will just bring back the memories back to the conscious, and then now there's bodily reaction. Okay? So some of it is because we've not taken time to heal. Either we assume it's normal, but there is no death that is normal. Every death is different. So it's only for us personally to take that time to heal. One of the things I tell people is, especially when somebody has lost somebody, actually grieving starts after people have left. You see, when during the Mashakaya, you know, so many people are there, you're so busy, sometimes you don't even remember that you've lost somebody. But the moment people bury each other and then they leave, now you get to feel that void of that person, that loneliness. And now that's, if you don't get support, you can easily again drift into depression or even mental health issues. So healing, we need to find time to heal and get better. So
it has to be intentional.
It has to be intentional.
And that's why we are saying that we'll keep talking about the issue of mental health, because it's a day-to-day issue. It's a continuous journey, something that you have to intentionally talk about and think through it so that tutakuko sawa.
And maybe if I've just mentioned, healing is not a destination, it's just a journey that we all heal from almost anything or everything every day. So if you're doing that, we have to intentionally want to become better versions of ourselves. And that's the best, I think the best gift you can give yourself.
For sure.
That purposing and being intentional about healing and becoming better. I
love that. Now, I'd love for us to get healthy living. This is one of the segments that has been prepared for us by Sylvia Wanja, and we'll be able to learn a thing or two about living a healthy life, because we say that on Afya Clinic, what we do is make sure that we talk about everything that affects your health, but we do it in a manner that you're able to understand, and I am able to understand. We simplify it. Vile tunaweza sote kuelewa. Sawa sawa. So let's get healthy living, and then we'll be coming right back.
Welcome to Afya Clinic, your trusted source for health and wellness tips. Today, we are focusing on a very important topic, mental health and suicide prevention. It is a conversation we all need to have because mental health is just as important as physical health. Did you know that every year, thousands of lives are lost to suicide worldwide, and many of these tragedies are preventable? Mental health challenges like depression, anxiety, and stress can affect anyone, young or old, rich or poor. Key signs to watch out for include persistent sadness or hopelessness, withdrawal from friends and family, sudden mood changes, talking about feeling like a burden or wanting to end life, and many more. If you notice these signs in yourself or someone else, please don't ignore them. They are a cry for help. Prevention and support. So what can we do? First, let's break the stigma. Talking about mental health does not mean weakness. It means courage. Seek help from a counselor, a trusted friend, or a health professional. Simple things like regular exercise, good sleep, and staying connected with loved ones can greatly improve mental well-being. And if you or someone you know is thinking about suicide, don't stay silent. Call your local emergency numbers or reach out to mental health hotlines immediately. You could be saving a life. Remember, it is okay not to be okay. Your mental health matters, and talk to someone, check your friends, and be that shoulder that someone can lean on. Together, we can prevent suicide and build a healthier and happier society. This has been Afya Clinic, because your health is our priority.
So that is it. Thank you so much. That's such an amazing segment. And you're able to see the warning signs from, the segment that we've just had. Maybe now this is where we talk about it. Yeah. What are some of the signs that you'll see and realize, my friend is actually suicidal? Labda hajui tu. Or, mimi mwenyewe niko suicidal, because you've heard of cases where mlikuwa tu sawa na mtu. In fact, we had dinner, had a good conversation, and then probably they just committed suicide overnight, and you're thinking, wait, hatukuwa sawa? What happened? Yeah. So do we have signs that you'd see in someone and realize they need help?
Yes, we have so many. But one of the key things I normally find out is withdrawal. Like I was a social butterfly, and then now, boom, I'm just on my own. Okay?
But I feel like some people don't have that. Yeah?
The withdrawal, there's those who have, actually.
Yeah.
It depends. There are many ways you can actually see signs from different people. There are people who just come and start asking you, hey, by the way, tell me, is it panya was nakufaji? Like, is it a slow death? Like, baby, spray, ama tablet, ama gani niko na panya wengi?
Yeah.
You should also question. I know that somebody did that and asked, like, dawa panya ni ganile, ni knock off. And he was told, indo mzuri, tuki, ikula tu hivyo, ni out. And that's what he did. So we're supposed to also be very cautious when you're having conversations with our friends, and maybe they ask us questions like that. Another warning sign is somebody was used to doing something. Nowadays, they don't even have psych for it. They don't want to do it. They're not even willing or even want to start about it. So meaning a change of behavior. Probably they used to enjoy playing football.
Yeah.
And now they don't want football anymore. I don't want anything. Just that. Now, there's also an aspect of either sleeping too much or less sleep.
Yeah.
That can also be a sign that we need also to check upon. We don't assume anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I know some people will say, "Sikuizi wanalala sana." You should question. Don't say, "Maybe ni kuchoka." No. It's always good to, hey, kumechange lini, engage with somebody and just have a conversation. Okay. There's also people who also have this habit of calling people, like almost every person in their family, and telling them, I was just saying hi and just taking up with you and just appreciate wewe, you've been good to me. Akifanya 1, 2, 3 people in the same family, jiulize hapo. So I mean, again, families have to communicate and have to have a close unit. There are those who do. I remember one person who one day just called me and told me, kindly, I'm asking you, just go and tell my family that I love them. And I wish I could have been here for them. That's a sign already. Why is this person telling me to call his or her family to tell them that they love them? And so what I did, I was like, it's okay, but maybe you can first call them. But I can also be there when you're calling them, maybe just to support you. Those are some of the many indicators that we have, because when somebody is struggling psychologically or mentally, it manifests itself differently from different people. It can be sleep, lack of eating, some behavior acting out, even isolation or just withdrawing, and some to an extent of harming themselves, which is like an introductory to now suicidal if it's not dealt with. So there's quite a lot that people get to do. Some mood swings, happy, low, but mostly low at the moment, and the lowest completely, like lowest, and again, like manierism. Yes. Okay. And probably also, one of the things is also deviation from the normal norm of that person. If they deviate in a particular space, then definitely you need to also raise your eyebrows a bit to check what's going on. Yes.
Okay. I love what you said, the last thing, because we've heard that every time we talk about mental health, is that you have to know your norm, how you do things, what makes you happy, your norm. So when you're deviate from that, now you can ask questions. But like, I enjoy people's company. Why is it that now I don't want to see anyone? Nataka tu nikwe peke yangu. Yeah. So things like that, and I love that you've mentioned that as well. But now, I'd love for us to maybe just hear from you. You've been in these for a long time.
Yes.
Speaking to people.
Yes.
But maybe from a personal standpoint, have you had or encountered someone who've tried, who has had like a suicide attempt, or unfortunately, someone who's passed away from suicide? And is it something that you'd want to share, and maybe just get to learn about how they were able, for the people, for the attempted suicide, how they're able to come out of the cocoon or the shell? Yeah.
I've not encountered anybody who eventually died out of that, but I've seen survivors from that. So I thank God for it.
Yeah.
Equally, I'm a survivor of that. There was some space where I was some long time ago, actually.
Yeah.
Let me first point out, suicidal thoughts just don't come to adults, even children. Children as young as even 10 years, 9 years, they become suicidal because of what they've gone through or they're going through as children. It can be rejection, it can be abuses, it can be neglection, you know. We want to feel belonging somewhere.
Yeah.
When you miss that, then you feel you're not worthy of anything. So what's the best option? Let me leave this world. Okay? And I would pick on my personally. I particularly, in one space of my life, I had actually thought that I'm not worth of anything because of quite of the experiences that I've had in life, and it really cut deep. And I felt, you know what, I don't think I need to be here. So I felt unloved, I felt that I'm not worthy. But remember, I'm still being taken care of, you know. But I felt that I'm not worthy in any life, and I felt, you know what, let me just go. And truth to be told, by the way, I've tried it like a couple of 4 times.
4 times?
Yes. And I laugh at it nowadays because I'm like, either I did not get the right product, or God knew
to be here.
You needed to be here, you know. So I tried, and then later on, I took time to actually heal. But I still heal like almost every time, because whenever I share my story to people to encourage them that you can always choose you, okay? So, and I tried, but eventually it didn't work. So I stopped thinking about it. Equally also thank God, because of now, the other part of me, another version of me was always wanting to know God more. I think that part really, really helped me a lot. So, well, it turns out it didn't work, so I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm a survivor of it, and I do encourage people that it is okay not to be okay, but what is not okay is not trying to be okay.
Yeah, so you have to try to be okay. And what I'm thinking is, you're saying you tried suicide as a child, and you were very young by then.
Yes.
You know, as we talk about suicide, sometimes we'll think we're only talking about adults. Yeah. So now that you think about it as an adult, that you tried suicide as a kid, what would you say? What would you have done better, or what would your parents have done better, so that haungekuwa kwa your space?
I would have actually opened up and said that I'm going through this. Okay, I was in pain, and I felt not worthy. You know. And probably I could have voiced it out, which I didn't, because probably I had my reasons. Maybe I was afraid and all that, because there's something that happened to me that was not really amazing or really beautiful, and it really traumatized me. And some traumas are shameful, or you feel ashamed that if I tell people, they'll think I'm this kind of a person, you know. But my parents did what they knew what to do, and I love them to bits because of that. But they didn't know what I was going through, because I couldn't share. Okay. Actually, it's funny enough. It's later that I shared on, later on when I'm a bit of an adolescent, and I would share, and it began my journey of healing. Yeah. You know, it began my journey of healing, and I still even heal today. Whenever I share that story to people, they look at me like, "Hey,
what?
Ni wewe?"
Yeah.
Tambia yeah, because I chose me. When you choose me, you work on yourself. You choose to let not that event, that acting out define you, because it's not written here. As I walk, nobody knows, so it's not written here. So not letting that thing define you. So when it doesn't define you, then now you start working on the one thing I also tell people: we cannot control people's actions, but we can control our reactions. Okay? So I chose me and my reactions, and here I am. You know, bubbly person, happy person, and not looking back. So when I look back with this mind and this strength that that's not me. This is me. Because I define who I am, you know. So that's one of me. And I've also seen somebody that who's also gone through a lot of trauma, and actually they were suicidal. They will do things, if I tell you, oh, they would even use knives and do that. And one of the key things that I found was family. He really had a very good family support. And as much as they did adventure, they showed adventure and whatever they were doing. I want to call it adventure because, you know, adventure is mbaya na mzuri pia. So there was, let's say, bad adventure because there's quite a lot of things, traumatic things they did. And this family still persisted on prayer and equally that continuous calling that we are here, are you okay, can we do this, can we go out, you know, being there for them to show them that we are here, we are hearing you, we are seeing you, we acknowledge you.
There's a friend of mine who told me something that for when a family member, I love that you've mentioned about family, and he was saying when a family member is not okay, be stubborn. Acha wachoke na wewe.
Oh yes.
Mpigie. Uko sawa? Leo naenda hapa, twende. What are you doing today? Yeah, I'm coming to your place. Have you made supper? Today I'm coming to spend at your place. Be stubborn.
Yes.
But in a good way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Again,
don't overwhelm.
Move around so much.
Yeah.
But also give them space to be them and equally come in. Because sometimes we have this statement that wachana nae atarudi tu mtu mkubwa. You know, mtu mkubwa. Let me tell you, when you're not okay, hakuna story ya mtu mkubwa ama mtoto mdogo ama nini. You're not okay, you're not okay.
Yeah, you need help.
Yes.
Okay.
And you need help.
Now,
when it comes about needing help, some of us are afraid of looking for help. Either because of being judged, maybe because of our status quo. And all that affects as well eventually.
Now, we'll be taking a short break, but as we come back, we'll be talking about the stigma that surrounds issues of suicide. Because I feel like every time you say, but then, you know, I've attempted suicide, I'm a survivor, people look at you like, tukombe kwanza. You know. But today we're talking about this because it's very important for us to know that this is an issue that affects each and every one of us. There's the place of prayer, there's the place of let's speak about it and work towards it. So that's why we're having this conversation. So we're talking about how to remove stigma. But also, as you come back from this very short break, I'd also want to hear from you. Do you have an experience with suicide? Would you say that I'm a survivor, God has been good, all glory to God? We'd love to hear your success story, but also to know how you are able to get over that, so that any other person would maybe ever get themselves there, they know what to do. And if you're there, this is us telling you there's hope. 2 years from now, utakuwa unaangalia ni chenye ilikuwa kikopea pressure sahi, and you're thinking, that was so little. I thank God that He was able to save me, and now I'm okay. So we're taking a very short break and then we'll be coming right back. This is Afya Clinic. You're getting us from MBCI TV, ambapo tunabadilisha maisha by the grace of God. My name is Rachel Kahugo.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Tole sasa sauti ya monkey kidogo alafu ya gorilla kidogo. Tuanze na monkey. Kokoto inaitwa aje kwa kizungu?
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Hardcore. Hardcore. Sio ni hardcore, yeah?
Tole sauti ya gorilla kidogo tu.
When the ground moves, only strength and precision can get the job done. At Rift Valley Heavy Machinery and Professional Training Institute, we don't just move the earth, we move possibilities. Equipping professionals with world-class training, innovation, technology, because every project demands expertise. So, are you ready to power up your career and take control of your future? We train you to operate all kinds of machinery, shovels, bulldozers, excavators, graders, rollers, and many more. At Rift Valley Heavy Machinery and Professional Training Institute, you get more than just skills. You learn basic mechanics, plant mechanics, first aid, defensive driving, and even take refresher courses. We also offer courses in hospitality, cosmetology, ICT, cottage industry, mechanical and electrical engineering. And guess what? New students get a 10% discount. We conveniently located in Subukia along Nakuru-Nyahururu Highway. Call us on 0707 539423 0707 539423 and start your journey to success today.
Nairobi, a new sound has risen. 96.9 FM, commanding the airwaves, breathing life into every home, a sound of hope, a voice of truth, a well overflowing with living water.
Kuna mipaka tumesukuma, kuna mahali hatukuwa tumefika maeneo katika redio yetu ya MBCI, lakini hayo maeneo sasa Mungu anatupa. Tunaingia Nairobi, tunaingia Mombasa, tunaingia Marindi, tunaingia Ramu.
A station with one divine mission, transforming lives. From soul-stirring worship to life-changing conversations, we speak light into the darkness and faith into the heart of the nation. MBCI Radio, tunabadilisha maisha. Now broadcasting from the heart of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, 96.9 FM and beyond. The sound of heaven, right from where you are. My station, in my city, for revival.
Hii ni MBCI Radio.
Welcome to Goshen Medical and Technical College Thika, where dreams become reality and futures are empowered. At Goshen, we offer a wide range of courses in both medical and technical fields designed to meet your aspirations. Applied courses such as Applied Biology is a course that focuses on the practical application of biological principles. Community Development and Social Work trains students to work with communities. Science Laboratory Technology equips learners with the skills to conduct scientific tests and analysis in various laboratory settings. Analytical Chemistry focuses on techniques and methods for identifying, separating, and quantifying chemical substances. Environmental Science is the study of how humans interact with the environment. Medical Engineering combines engineering principles with healthcare needs to design, maintain, and repair medical equipment and technology. Industrial Chemistry is the application of chemical knowledge to industrial processes, product development, and manufacturing. Our students receive hands-on experience through industrial attachment, which is organized by the college to ensure valuable technical skill. Goshen College is conveniently located at Thika Makongeni, right off Garissa Highway behind Leather Industries. For more information, contact us on 0750 264 044.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Perfect. You're back. Thank you so much for staying. This is MBCI TV ambapo tunabadilisha maisha by the grace of God. And of course, this is Afya Clinic. I think this is a really good way to start the month because we are starting in a very fast, vulnerable way, but also in a way that we are able to relate, because this is not only an us discussion, it is a discussion for all of you, all of us, like you included. Yeah, so we'd love to hear from you, speak to us, and we'll be happy to just respond and to learn from your experience. So today we're talking about mental health and how it's related to suicide, and that is because September is a suicide prevention awareness month. All right, now anasema hi MBCI, so we're gonna just read emoja. Probably answer 2 questions, 1 or 2, and then we get into the discussion. Yeah. So, anasema hi MBCI, I have this issue of panicking whenever the man I'm in a relationship with gets close to the opposite gender. Kwanza wakianza kucheka or something, my mind goes wild. What do I do? I'm scared to even get married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is probably, I would say, somebody is not okay when either she's not feeling safe. One of the things is that probably she would have to go back some few steps in her life. Did something happen? How was she raised? Those are the things we look at. How was she raised? Did they see mom there or dad there?
Yeah.
Was there infidelity in their family? Is this the first boyfriend, right? And probably, if not the first, what happened to the previous one? Because again, I mentioned traumas. Traumas make us behave the way we behave, you know? So there must be something that has happened to her that is making her panic, maybe losing that person when he speaks to other ladies. So what I would encourage her first is to take time and first see, when did this start? When did this panic start? What was the scenario, or what does she feel that was the cause that made her start all this? When she's able to know that, then it is easier now to see, how do I convince myself that it's just a simple laugh? How do I convince myself? How do I trust this person? You know?
Yeah.
Because with that now, she's going to lose quite this person. So she has to go back and probably start, when did it start? What was the environment that started? What was that trigger that made her feel this? Now when you start with that, then now you're able to know what's going on and now start working on it.
Yeah.
Because now, if it wasn't that before, then when did it start? Okay? Yeah. And I wanted not to be afraid of getting married because I mean, Mungu pia kuna kitu alifanya akajua lazima watu kwa wawili si ndio? Alipanga in one way or another. Yeah. So if you can pick up on maybe when it started and probably what was the reason or what was the cause or what was the event surrounding that now she's panicking about this, then it can be a start of healing. Yeah. And now positive growth ahead.
Yeah. I love that. So it's a whole conversation.
Oh yes.
So if you have time, visit a psychologist. We'll be giving the numbers at the end of the show so that if you need help, you'll be able to get it. Okay? And Anasema, how can I deal with guilt and negative thoughts that comes with child loss?
Okay. One of the things, even our culture says it's parents to be buried by children, but losing a child is another thing, and it's quite painful. And we lose children in many, many ways, okay? And sometimes we blame ourselves, because probably I wish I knew, I could have taken care more. If I knew, if I had the kind of just discerning an issue, I could have done that. But it has happened, and one of the things we cannot change that. But what I usually tell people is accepting that it has happened, accepting I didn't manage to do this, accepting that probably I chose not to do this and I chose not to take care of the baby and all that. When you feel guilty about means there's still human in you, and that is okay. There's still you being alive. So one of the things is accepting who you chose to become on that that space, who you became because of all what was happening around you. When you accept that I became this person and I wasn't a good person about it, then the next thing is choosing to forgive yourself. I'm going to tell you, Rachel, the hardest thing is forgiving yourself.
For sure.
We're very quick at forgiving other people.
Yeah.
But have you forgiven yourself for choosing not to do what you're supposed to do, either intentionally or unintentionally?
Yeah.
So when you forgive yourself, and I believe also God is somebody who is very kind and merciful, you get also to go to God for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when you forgive yourself and choose now, going on forward, I'm going to be careful more. I'm going to be paying attention, purposefully and intentionally choosing this. So losing a child is not an easy thing, especially maybe expecting it, or probably you're like hoping for it, or any other, maybe because of conditions, maybe medical. We tend not to forgive ourselves, and we die in guilt, and guilt will lead down towards that. So I'll tell the person is, accept this has happened, and we cannot go back to it. But because you're still here, you have many chances. So choose to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, you adjust now to different thoughts, patterns, and now change, adjust in your life, adjust your behaviors, adjust how to go on, and then now advance. Advancing means now, you know what, that should not define me. This is who I am. I'm defining me. I'm creating new chapters. We have chapters every day. Like we wake up every morning. It's a new chapter. So you also have that opportunity of creating new chapters in our life. But you have to choose and be willing that I choose me. I choose to forgive myself. I choose to erase the past that was painful and find my purpose. You know, and find my purpose because you're still here. And I mean, at Biblia nasema, we forgive each other how many times? I don't know, 40, 49 or 70 times something. So you also have opportunity to forgive yourself many times, but it doesn't mean again you go back to the same thing to forgive yourself. So losing is not easy. It's something that nobody can comprehend, that pain and that heaviness. But when you choose to accept that this has happened and forgive yourself, then you create a space for moving forward and becoming a better version of yourself and moving past what has happened. So accepting, and then choosing to forgive yourself, and choosing now, you know what, I'm taking a new chapter, a new path, a better path that will not define what happened to me earlier.
Okay. Now let's talk about the stigma that surrounds the issue of suicide. What would you say? What can we do to reduce that? And probably, is it right? Does it help?
Now, one of the things is, first we need to understand what is mental health. As I said earlier, it's about social, psychological, emotional part of us. And I know most people think when you say mental health is like, you're mad, it's supposed to be in ward somewhere, or Kitambo used to say madare because of that phase.
People still do say that.
But you know, Madare hospitals are fully fledged hospitals, level 6. People think still
it's just a mental hospital.
Go to PGH here. We have that ward for people maybe who have those disorders. So we should first stop stigmatizing and just branding people who are going through these disorders. You know, we brand them, and we brand them verbally, and we have families who are there. You know, and then another thing is because of the social norm that we know that mtoto anafaa kulelewa vizuri, imekuwa, but we have this disorder. Some of them we cannot explain why. Some can be environmental factors or a mix of environmental factors, inheritance, hereditary. So one of the things is, first, can we try not stigmatize people, branding people, you know? Secondly, we need to remove this cultural conditioning that somebody is going to look for help in terms of a mental health practitioner. Amechizi. Ati huyu hapana. There's some statements you will hear. Mbona nienda kwa counselor? Si pia ni a human being na iko na issues. Kwani hana issues? But you know what? Everybody has a grace. A mechanic has a grace. I cannot do anything about a car because sina grace ya mechanic. Mwalimu pia yuko. I can't be a teacher. So everybody has a grace for something. That is why we need each other. And even coming for mental health, just talk and session, it doesn't mean you're sick. It can just probably, you want to make a decision between a business and probably building a home, and it's not working. So I would come to you,
help.
But you've given me some therapy, okay? You've like told me, I think this. So meaning, you'll help to be given a different perspective. So that notion, we need to tell people more about mental health. It's about well-being. It doesn't mean you're sick, you know? It doesn't mean you're sick. Another thing that we normally say is that when you share your stories or you share issues, that means you're weak. No, you're not weak. Actually, you're strong.
Yeah.
Because you've actually taken time and say, actually, I have a problem. I have a challenge. I need help. That is courage and strength.
Yeah.
Because when you have courage and strength, then that means you'll intentionally partner with the therapist to actually become better.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the same way. You want money, you have to partner with somebody to actually get the money, either work somewhere. So the same way. So this myth that we have that when you share, it shows you're weak, we need to stop that.
Yeah.
We need to let people create more awareness about mental health. What is mental health, you know? What is stress, you know? When you feel like this, what is that? It can be a reaction or a space where you're not good at and be okay with, you know? And most people don't want that. They don't want to be told they are not okay. They go and see a counselor.
Yeah.
I remember I was coming from church, and I was in a matatu, and there's this lady who asked a friend that, by the way, you know, she was just bluntly saying, unajua, mimi, when I lost my husband, I cancelled myself. Nilikuwa mambo naenda kwa counselor, but nani mimi?
Nijikute.
I cancelled myself. Hiyo ni pesa. I'm like, oh, so it's about money. You see? It's not about money sometimes. It's just about somebody walking with you through that space. Okay? So if we can all create awareness to tell people what is mental health. I like using the word mental well-being than mental health, because I think using the word health, really people think you're not okay. But well-being means it can be just trying to be okay, ensuring that you're okay. So if we can create more awareness and changing these myths that have been there, then I think we can reach out to a lot of people, and people can actually be okay. And actually be, if you have the strength, the inner strength to actually be okay.
You've reminded me of something that, I think it was a statement by WHO. I don't remember. I'll make sure that I get it. And it said that the absence of mental illness doesn't mean we are mentally well. That's a statement. Even that the absence of mental illness is not the presence of mental well-being. But unaweza kuwa hauna any mental illness, like autism, as you said, bipolar, but that doesn't mean you're mentally well. So you have to be mentally well. And the statement was about, we're trying to create a community that is mentally well. So I absolutely love that. Now, I'd love for us to get the Vox Pops, and then we'll be coming right back. Now here is where we get to hear what people have to say about the issue of suicide awareness or suicide prevention awareness, because that's very important. So let's get that, and then we'll be coming right back to speak about that, and you know, just expound more.
Mara mingi watu wengi huwa na commit suicide kufuatana na mambo yenye imetokezea. Jambo la committing suicide kwa familia sinakuanga, jambo la kwanza inakuwa na characters. Character ya kwanza inakuanga family, kuna family history. Watu wengi unananga wana commit suicide, ukiangalia family history background, mahala ametoka, unapata kwamba kama hiyo kitu ilikuwako na haikuweza pengine ikavunjwa hiyo madhabahu ya hiyo family history, utapata kwamba hiyo kitu ni kitu itakuwa from generation to generation. Then number 2, character number 2, unapata kwamba unaweza kuwa pengine na changamoto kuhusu maisha, pengine huko umejipanga, umesukumwa na majukumu mingi, ambapo mtu anafika kiwango anaona kwamba hastahili, pengine pressure from the family, changamoto za pesa ya maisha inaletanga hizo mingi. Lakini lengo kubwa sana, ukiangalia historia kubwa, hiyo changamoto inakuanga ya familia.
What I can say for men, I think it's mental health issues, because they were brought up not to share, like they were brought up not to share their weaknesses, not to be vulnerable. So I guess it's somebody suffering from the inside and not being able to share. So anaona hata niki share kwa watu, they'll render me weak. So they don't share. They'd rather sort to suicide, that is for men, because they are not used to sharing their issues. Another thing, maybe relationship, because wanapendanga sana. I'm not sure about that, but for men it's mental health and depression. They go into depression easily because they don't share their challenges and their issues. I think for ladies, maybe, I don't know, stress, motherhood as well, because motherhood is not easy. Sahi wanakuwa abandoned na maybe their partners, so akibaki peke yake anaona mtoto sitamraise peke yake, wacha niende, maybe somebody else will take the part. For ladies, maybe stress or because of motherhood.
There are so many reasons as to why people are committing suicide. One, what we lose hope. People have lost hope. For example, young men have gone to school, they have been educated. Maybe the parents has spent a lot, has even sacrificed, has even sold property. My man at college, he has gone up to the university. 3, 4, 5 years, he's still at home. Expectations zake na za mzazi hazijafanya nini? Hazijatimika. The other problem that I've seen ni drug abuse. People are abusing drugs. Na kama vile nimesema, utakuta mtu ana hallucinate. Somebody is hallucinating about committing suicide. Maybe kujinyonga, si ndio? Sasa yeye anaona kama mtu anajinyonga, yeye mwenyewe anaona ajaribu. Unajua anacheza na hizo ni hallucinations. Through hallucinations anaweka kama kwa shingo. Si anajua. The other problem that you have is trusting people 100%. Si ndio? Don't trust people 100%. Leave room for doubt. Si ndio? Kwa mfano, young men siku hizi, unakutana na msichana, unampenda 100%. Si ndio? Sasa unakutana na yeye kimtu kingine, hata huwezi amini ati huyo ati akona mtu mwingine. Si ndio? Kwa sababu kumtrust 100, in fact you're supposed to leave room for doubt. Si ndio? Sasa akikutana na huyo mtu, anaona hakuna haja kuendelea kufanya nini? Kwenda kuishi.
Okay, suicide commitment, hiyo commit suicide iko na categories kadhaa. Kuna mtu commit suicide juu, okay, they believe kama kuna mtu ashai commit suicide kwa familia yenu, wewe inafuata hiyo generation nini. So ni hiyo ya kwanza, ni hiyo. Ya pili ni mtu kujiisolate na watu wengine. Umekaa peke yako, kuna vitu zinakusumbua, unaona kama ukiambia mtu ataenda kusema, ukiambia mabeste nini, so hiyo kitu inakushika hadi unaona the option tu ni ujue utokee juu. Unaona sasa the more unakaa isolated peke yako, the more vitu zinakuwa normal kwako, the more zinakufunga, na the more ita create something wild in your mind yenye itakuwa ni suicide. Ingine ni mapenzi. Kuna watu wanashindwa kuhold mapenzi. Sasa sana yenye naletaga hiyo ni mapenzi. Na hiyo ni mapenzi ni kitu serious kabisa. Mpaka ulifanya harusi kwa kanisa, kila mtu ni shahidi. Miezi 2 mmeachana. Utaambia ni watu wote walikuwa wanakula mchele kwako. Wenye wote walikunywa kwa hiyo nini yako, utaanza kuambia one by one, aje itabidi ujue juu sasa. Upate mtu mwingine tena, lakini sana ni mapenzi na ukosefu wa pesa, si kitu kingine.
Good. Now maybe let's start with the very last guy who's spoken. But okay, I think I would have so much to say there. But since I'm not a psychologist and we have a very own here, say something about that.
I like how honest he was in sharing this.
He was.
Remember earlier when I said we are social human beings and we thrive by interactions. But as I said, what was our and people are not okay, and people's intentions are different. And sometimes probably you've really devoted yourself into a relationship. Can be even friendship, not necessarily just love, you know. And one thing I always say, the most expensive investment in this world is a love relationship, be it dating or a marriage. Because you invest every inch of you. So you can imagine, mentally invested. Like I've chosen this person and this person. When I'm walking around, I'm seeing other beautiful people, yes, or handsome men, but I still choose Nikona Huyu. That's an investment, you know. It's not easy because you're seeing, you know. And then financially, every inch of you invest into that relationship, and then boom, it doesn't work. What happens? You can easily crash because it hurts deeper than any other business failure or something you've had.
Yeah.
Because you've invested almost everything, the inch of you in that relationship. So when it fails, it really breaks you down proper.
Yeah. So
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Oh God, I cried.
And it's okay.
For me, I cried.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, it's okay. I did what I did. And I did the best I can do. I invested the best. And now I think that investment was not the best. So you walk away. But again, you don't just walk away easily.
Yeah.
It takes time. But not everybody has that strength and the resilience to actually successfully and safely move away from that space and heal. So you'll find people just either now feeling so sad, feeling that they're not worthy because they've given every inch of them, and then this happens. So what people say then, they lose their value of life, even the self-worth, and they can easily trickle down to that mental health issues and probably just do suicide because they feel they don't belong, you know. So relationship, but I'll still tell you, it's the most expensive investment you can ever have.
But
because every inch of you, it's the most beautiful. If it's beautiful, there's that a two-way traffic, which is beautiful, honesty. But still, it's the most expensive as well when you lose it because every inch of you, you put it there.
Yeah.
And like a business, you don't put almost everything. But this one, this is like every inch of you put there. We invest quite a lot in this. Yeah.
I hear you. Good. Now, I'd love for us to get to look at these. Maybe we'd work on our screens, and as we do that, we'll be looking at what are some of the signs that we see, and we realize, these we need to work on. Yeah. So from the conversations that we've had with people, and a bit of research that we've done, we have something that we've collected, and we'll be getting to take a look at that. But maybe before we look at that, let's just jump kidogo.
Yes.
To how do we prevent the issue of suicide? Is it something that is preventable? Ikiwa hivyo ndio hivyo. Oh, okay. I see our screens ziko sawa sasa. Now let's get to maybe take a look at that first, and then we talk about prevention.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you can see on your screens is that we will start by saying that September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Yeah. And we have some 12 warning signs that we have here, and we'll be looking at that. Now, number one is feeling like a burden. Okay, feel like a burden. Is it a sign?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
And you feel as if you're burdening people because they are there. You feel as if, I think when I leave, they'll be better off without me. That's how your mind will play with you and tell you, actually, I think when I leave, they'll be better off without me, and done, we are gone.
Yeah.
So you individually, if you feel as a burden, especially if maybe things are not working well with you, maybe unapata job, umapati job, umesoma, and probably you have to depend on people to give you some, some support. Okay.
Yeah.
That can be one of the reasons why people would really choose to feel like nasumbua sana, so I'd rather leave, I'd rather go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second, we'll be talking about prevention and how we'd be able to overcome all these. So we'll go through this quick, because we've talked about most of these. Being isolated, it's self-explanatory, and he said if you get to a place where you're feeling like you are isolating yourself, you need help.
Yes.
You need help. Okay. And the third one is increased anxiety. We talked about anxiety.
Yeah.
I feel like anxiety is a topic that we have to talk about by itself. I know I've shared this with a few of my friends. I don't think I've shared it on the air. But for me, I would say anxiety can be really huge.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes you just talk about it like, I'm anxious, but no, anxiety can be crazy. Oh, goodness.
I mean, all of us are always anxious.
Yeah.
You've been called for an interview. How many times have you gone for an interview? You still get anxious. Since we started schooling, how many exams have you sat for? We still get anxious.
Yeah.
What matters is the degree that usually affects us now, the degree of that anxiety. It can even be, I don't know, like for me, I'm scared of snakes. Oh my God. So, hata nikiambiwa tunaenda park, I will go, you're a lion, but the snake, I wait outside. Because I just don't know what happens to me. But funny enough, when I was young, I used to play with snakes. But right now, I cannot. I'm still also, I have the same look on myself anyway, so. So anxiety is a degree. I was a kid. I just, you just play with it.
Because you know it.
You are aware of the danger. You know, kids are aware of the danger. Unless when you're growing up is when you know, like, hey, snakes are bad. Right now, even watching a snake on the TV, I can't. Even the magazine, I can't.
Me too.
Whether it's dead or alive, I can't.
You played with snakes as a kid. I need to do better.
Interesting enough, And right now, I can't even look at it whether it's dead or in a magazine, I can't.
Mpaka kwa magazine.
Hata siwezi angalia.
But maybe we need to have a session. We need to heal. All right, let's continue. Feeling trapped or in an unbearable pain. We'll talk about prevention, but I feel like this is a part where we get to, and I'm feeling like I'm in a season where I can't bear. This is too hard or too difficult for me. What would we do to ease the pain or to feel like I'm better? Because at some point, sijui kama kila mtu amekuwa hapo, but we feel like I'm trapped.
First, we need to remember pain can be either physical pain or the emotional pain because of something that has happened. Well, for physical pain, probably the only thing we can do is medication, probably if you have an issue. But emotional pain, one of the things that help people is choosing to be in that space and allow yourself to feel that pain until you get to know, why am I feeling this pain? But it's not a beautiful moment. It is not. To choose to sit there and go through that pain, get to know why I'm feeling this pain, why and what do I desire, But it's not an easy thing. It's like the more you cut into an onion, the more you start crying, So the more you choose to listen to that pain, to understand that pain, to be in that space and allow you to go through that pain. It's not an easy thing. But with my personal experience, you come out better.
So go through it.
Yes.
Don't assume it.
No, don't assume it or don't try and numb it or cover it up.
I love that.
Go through it. And you'll see which version of you comes out of it. Yes.
I love that. Okay. So the other one is that increased substance abuse or substance use. Okay, there's that. Looking for a way to access lethal means. Increased anger or rage. That's something you'd catch and realize, okay, I need help. We have the other one, which is extreme mood swings. So you also really need to watch out for that. Expressing hopelessness. You feel like, hii life imekataa. You realize that, you need help. There's the other part of sleeping too little or too much, and you talked about that. You realize there's some change. Please talk about it, think through it, and uangalie kama kuna issue. All right? Talking or posting about wanting to die. Ukianza umeanza kuongelea, maybe I can just go, or thinking about it. You need help. You need help. Dying is never an option. Making plans for suicide. Ukianza to make plans, now make sure you're never alone. All right? Okay, and then we get to look at what are the steps to help someone that is at risk. Maybe here we go through it together, Doc. Number one, you have to ask them. But the asking part, maybe in a minute, just take us through. I would come to you and ask, kwani unataka kukufa? Because that is one very unprofessional. You can't just ask that. So how do you ask?
You need to be very sensitive when you're asking. Okay. And for me, what I've usually done is always just joke like, hey, umekasirika, usikunje sura sana. Unaweza kauka kama KDF. A joke. It makes it simpler, Or maybe just give a compliment like, wow, you actually look amazing, you look, I like this. So because you know this person probably, and you know what is that good space they are in, you can always bring it as a joke kind of, like just to lighten up the mood, but also you need to know how that person reacts. Okay.
Or equally, said compliment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you see, when somebody is going through mental issues, that self-doubt is very high.
Yeah.
So sometimes complimenting and even encouraging and like, you can even see maybe a bracelet and like, wow, I like that. It's nice.
Amazing.
It can be a beginning of just, like, oh, this person has noticed something about me. So just for you, an individual, to pick just the air around that person and find a good way of just coming in that will not bring an aspect of judgmental. Yes.
I love that. Love that. Maybe I'll just react and have, or maybe you can start with complimenting. It makes it very easy.
Or you can ask about the weather. You know, like, hey, look, kuna jua kali. But hope tupate mvua. Like, by the way. And then now you start. You know, there are many ways you can just bring a conversation with somebody.
I love that. All right. So number 2 is that keep them safe. I feel like that's very important, self-explanatory. 3, be there. Be there. Just be there. Sometimes you don't have to speak, but be there for them.
True.
The other one, and it's something that Doc had mentioned, is that help them connect. Sometimes we just talk about the weather, talk about anything that will help them open up, help them connect to the environment, to the weather, to nature, to reality. So help them connect by, bringing up any conversation that you can. Also, do follow up. After memalizana, your conversation, always do follow up. Make a call, probably visit, do something like that. That would be very, very important. Yes. But most importantly, let's talk about the prevention methods. Maybe in just a minute, because I see we are short of time. What are some of the ways that we'd prevent the issue of suicide?
One of the key things is creating awareness first. That's the most important thing we need to first do. Creating awareness that it is here and it's happening and it's taking away a lot of people. When we create awareness, then we create spaces where people can actually talk. I love this segment that comes in TikTok. We listen but not judge. And that is one key thing that we need to have. Like, we listen to people and don't judge them. But do we do that? Mostly we don't.
We listen and we judge.
Yes, we judge very fast and harshly. So, because everybody is going through a lot of issues, we need to, after creating awareness, we get to also create spaces for people to be sensitized about taking care of self. Making sure that you're okay before others. I normally tell people, you can only give what you have. So if you have anger, you give anger. If you have joy, you give joy. So create spaces where people can be sensitized about taking care of self, being okay, and working towards being okay, It can be in churches, it can be in schools, it can be in social gatherings. I don't know if you've ever thought about when people are going for those December holiday gatherings. You party too. Have you ever thought like telling people, why don't you have one day or one morning, you have somebody to come and tell you about something about mental health, or maybe just come, we do some team building, and then we learn something, we reconnect, not just eating and that, Find spaces where you can reconnect with people, with nature, and equally remove, through awareness again, remove that condition that we have that mental health is a curse, or mental health is new child is something, it's not. Things have been changing a lot. Things have been straining. People have been strained about financially, economically. We are likely to get these disorders, get these challenges. So we should not say that.
It's a curse. And I love that because it gets us to demystify some of the myths that surrounds the issue of mental health and suicide. And I love that you've first mentioned that it is not a curse.
No, it's not.
It is not a curse. And there's someone that mentioned something on the Mythbusters and said, if someone in your family has ever committed suicide, you'll most probably need to, pray and, just break the altar, you know, because you've said there's the place of prayer. But that doesn't mean it's a curse. It just means that engage in prayer, talk to God, and then that will be sorted. And then now check about how is this person mentally, just to be able to make sure that side zote ziko sawa. But also, just apart from the fact that it's a curse, I know we have other needs.
Oh yes, we do.
That surrounds the issue of mental health and, you know, suicide. So let's take a look at that even as we get to continue talking about issues of how to prevent, how to prevent suicide and just to be mentally well. Now, Doc, we have the first myth where people say that mental health problems are a sign of weaknesses, and you mentioned about that. Am I weak?
No,
because
you're
I'd
not.
say I'm not mentally well.
No, you're not.
Yeah?
You're just in a space whereby things are not okay.
Yeah.
That means previously you were okay.
Yeah.
So it's just that. It's like, come on, Atumbo, does it mean you're sick now with the stomach? No.
Yeah.
You're not
I'll be
weak.
okay.
You will be okay.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. And then the second one is that people with mental health conditions can't work or live normal lives.
I'm a witness and a survivor of other issues of mental health. So I'm working and I'm here.
And you're living well.
Yes, because you've worked to help yourself, and when you actually, they even live better. When you've gone through probably help through mental health, you know, they live better because you can understand what's going on and you find ways of living with it. If it's a disorder that you have, then you find better ways of living with it. And even you live better than the way you were before. Yeah, so that's...
Because you're living from a place of knowledge now.
Yes, you have knowledge, you have understanding, you have acceptance, and now you're moving on, advancing yourself to live a better life.
Yeah. Perfect. And the other one is that only adults struggle with mental health issues. On this, I love that you actually even gave your example, your personal story, that you went through the issue of suicide attempt as a kid. So that tells you that easy issue adults make out, even the kids.
Even
so you need to be on the lookout.
One of the things, probably if you have regression in children, like maybe a child had stopped bedwetting and then they go back. I once had a child, she was around 7 years, I'm also a child psychologist, and she was around 7 years, and her regression was she would start talking like a baby. That she had stress because of some traumatic event, and when something happens, when she's hit by something, she would regress back and start talking like a baby with no speech, like ta, ta, evil. Just 3 months old or probably a 6-month-old baby talking. Hana language but equalize of muttering. The girl will do that. It will take even a week. But when we got to know the root cause of it, we were able now to work with her. Yes.
It was serious.
It was actually. It was very distressing for the mother. But when now we got the root cause of it, was now we were able to understand. Yes.
I love that. And I love that you're able to know where the problem was.
Yes.
Okay, and the last one for now is that only people with mental health illness think about suicide.
As I told you earlier, women think about suicide more than men, but men actualize it. Let me tell you something. There's part of us that sometimes when you hit a snag somewhere, there's always that, say, give up. So there's always, like I normally say, there's the angel this side and the devil this side. The angel says, you've come from far, continue. And the devil says, you easy, just give up, you know. So if you listen to that voice, then you give up. But all of us think about suicide one particular time, not necessarily consciously. Sometimes it just comes as a thought. And probably when you're thinking about it, probably because you had somebody about it, you know. But would say not all of us, but again, a percentage of us think about it, either because we've hit a snag, you know, and probably the pressure within is quite strong and you're able to vent it out and maybe share with somebody else.
Maybe just to close it, I see we have questions. So what we're going to do, because of time, is that we will just give contact. So for if you're there and you'd love to get help or to ask about something, you'll be able to get exactly what you need. So you can call and get the answers that you need. I was in this gathering called Misunderstood. I'll just plug it here. You can get it on YouTube. Now, last one in ilikuwepo, there was a guy called Juji Dirango. He's a global moderator, but has a whole story, backstory of how he got there. And so there's something he said that I'll relate to what you've said, that in this life, you will make it.
Yes.
That's the thing. You're going to make it. Na utakuwa fiti. Okay? So it doesn't matter where you are at or how you're feeling now. The thing is, uta make it. The time might differ depending on will you embrace the fact that you'll make it and work towards it earlier, ama utangoja will take time and then way later ndoko like, okay, I think uta make it, so let's do this. Yeah? So what you're supposed to do is make sure that when you're feeling ni kama umefika rock bottom, you just tell yourself that, okay, life is going to be better. So now that it's not, what can we do about it? Yeah. So work towards making sure that you are at a safe space as a person, because that we don't lose anyone because of their suicide. So life is gonna get better. The space that you're in right now isn't all that. Way later you'll realize, this is something that I would have worked on. Itakuwa iko sawa. Okay. Now, because of time, Doc, we might not be able to continue the discussion. Achata nifunge hiyo. What is your parting shot?
Choose you.
Yeah.
Choose you. Purpose to want to become better. And the moment you choose you and your purpose, no matter what has happened, no matter what people are saying, choose you. Start with you so that you can be able to progress to somebody or stretch to somebody else. The moment you choose you, you're going to work, you're going to understand yourself, you're going to accept that I have this challenge as a weakness and equal as a strength. And you will work around all that and you will find things to make you okay. You'll find tools that work best for you to be okay. So whenever you choose you, so that you can give out what you have, okay? So at the end of the day, we all go through mental challenges each and every day. But when you choose you and you build yourself, as you go along, you'll always say, no, that is not me.
Yeah.
This is me. This is the path I choose, and this is the energy I choose.
Yeah.
And you become a better version of yourself.
I love that. So you always find your way back.
Yes, we always find your way back. But you have to intentionally choose you first.
Yeah.
To intentionally want to be okay. You know? I say,
I would take that.
Kungekuwa na sindano ya kudunga mtu akuwe sawa, tungedunga tu kitambo. But unfortunately, you can't. You have to choose to go through that painful process, that anger, that just disturbance. Work through it, get to know why am I feeling this, what don't I like about it, who am I becoming in this situation, and who do I want to become.
Yeah.
And then now you fought, you know.
That I think it's very important, as you're saying, that go through it and make sure that you always think about what do I want to become.
Yes.
But also, what you've said about always have the strength to want to be okay.
Yes.
I think that's knowing that I'm not okay, but I want to. So you have the energy to keep going and choosing to want to be fine. Absolutely love that. So I would say
intrinsic motivation that comes from within.
Okay.
Yeah, because there must be something you want to become, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, for the people who would want to have this conversation with you, and they know that I'm not at a good space, and they feel like I need help, watakupata wapi? Also share your contact as you tell us about your location.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will find me at Valley Hospital. If you don't know where Valley Hospital is opposite Oleken Hotel around West Road.
Yeah.
And equally you can call and request for me or a psychologist at Valley Hospital through the number 011 105 18 20. Again, I would say it 011 105 18 20.
Yeah.
You get to have somebody who's going to talk to you and refer you to me and equally the services. And come and just think about your wellness. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Perfect. Thank you so much for that session.
Yes.
Maybe you can just take the number again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 011, 105 18 20.
105
Yes, 011 105 51 105 1820.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Good. So that is it. Thank you so much for that session. We've had an amazing time and we've learned about so much.
Yes,
so
yes.
I hope that you have learned as well. And I pray that with this awareness that we are doing, we'll be able to just reduce the issue of suicide. Yeah. So that has been it. Today we've been having Carol, and Carol is taking us through this issue of suicide prevention. Yeah, suicide prevention awareness month. And we've been able to just, know that Imambo, it's all about having a conversation. Let's talk it through. Let's make sure that we are all okay. So thank you so much for being here. Now, in case you joined us a bit later, we'll be having Brenda who will be taking us through the pointers in a very short while, just to be able to understand what is it that we've been able to talk about today, what is the prevention, and all that. But before we do that, we'll be getting into this segment that is Did You Know? That will help us jog our minds kidogo, relax kidogo, before we take you through what we have done today. So, our Did You Know segment today, we are looking at, did you know that octopuses, octopus, did you know that they have 3 hearts? And 2 of them stop beating when they swim. Hello? Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts and 2 of them stop beating when they swim? You did? Okay. Yeah, so it's just go and research to draw it. Yeah. So we're having people here saying, atukujua by the way. So it's for you also to just go and research more. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts and 2 of them stop beating while they swim? As you research, while you're on it, maybe just also check, why is it that 2 of them stop beating while they swim? And why is it that while they're not swimming, they have to have the 3 hearts? Very interesting. Brenda, did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually very
weird.
Interesting and weird.
Yeah. Interesting and weird.
Very interesting and weird.
Okay. Good, good. I know that we are pressed for time, but it's very important for us to go through the tips just to be able to see what we've learned today. But before that, Okwaji.
Niko fiti.
How's your week?
My week was
So
great.
far?
A lot of activities here and there, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And yours?
Mine has been good. Also a lot of activity and a bit of healing from the colds because I need a lot of prayers. But God has been good. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, happy new month.
Happy new month. Are you well mentally, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God is good. Let's go through the tips so they're able to see what it is that you've learned from today's conversation. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Welcome.
Yeah. Take us through.
Hi. So for today, we had a lot, but just to go over it, the first point, mental health refers to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Yeah, so when we talk about mental awareness, we don't necessarily mean that we are talking about not being mentally healthy. Yeah, and it entails emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And the warning signs of suicidal thoughts include isolation, loss of interest in activities that we used to do that we don't want to do or engage in anymore, and then changes in our sleep patterns. You used to sleep less. You used to sleep normally. Now you sleep less or you sleep more, and then sudden mood swings. And our next pointer is that depression can sometimes lead to harmful behavior, and this psychologist mentioned earlier on as we started our discussion. And this includes self-harm, alcohol abuse, withdrawal from others, or emotional numbness. And also mental well-being is very important, and more people need to be made aware of it. Yeah, and I am glad that this is a thing that is now being made normal. Like in universities, people suffer from mental health, and there are forums to organize mental health awareness, and also shows like this ones where we discuss about mental health, and I think mental health is a topic that covers every part of. We have talked about children who suffer from mental health. We've talked about adults who suffer from mental health, and this can be caused financially. It can be caused because of relationships. It can be caused because of our finances, and mostly because we feel like a burden to others. And our last point is that we can help people with depression by being there for them and keeping them safe, asking them if they're okay. These are just some of the points that we mentioned during the discussion. And one thing that I would like to say as we conclude this is that being nice to people can actually be a preventive measure for mental health awareness. How many times have you met someone on the road and just had a sudden outburst to them because they did something, not knowing what made them do that? Yeah, that can be a cause of mental depression. And being nice to people actually is nice. At the supermarket, that's someone who gets you stuff. You never know what someone goes through. So
yeah, I love that. And I love that you've said just be nice to people.
Being nice to people is online. We usually see people trolling one another here and there.
And that's not nice.
Yeah.
That's not nice. So always be nice to people. Thank you so much for that. We've learned. So we're grateful that you've been able to take us through. So if you aren't able to follow from the beginning, at least you have an overview of what you've done today. But also just to get it in depth, we've been live on Facebook, on MBC ITV Facebook page, and of course on YouTube, on MBC ITV official YouTube page. So on all those social media pages, you'll be able to go through the whole discussion and get a thing or two from today's discussion. Okay? So that's it and done. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It has been an amazing, amazing conversation. So before we end, just to let you know, is that we are in our week of prayer. And as I had mentioned while we were starting, is that this is the Word and Prayer Festival. Okay? So as you can see on your screen, is that every first week of the month, we usually have the Word and Prayer Festival. And so for September, what we're praying about is the mountain of media. And our theme is grace of visibility. So we'll be having our devotions in the morning and of course the lunch hours from Heaven's Gate Prayer Mountain. Okay, so do not miss out. It's going to be an amazing time. And of course that means that today, because it's the third day, we'll be having our lunch hours from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. pale Heaven's Gate. So if you're there, please make sure that you attend. Kama uko mbali kidogo, also you can always follow us from MBCI TV and radio. You can follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, and we'll be able to get, you'll be able to get blessed. Sawa sawa. So thank you so much. Of course, we'll be culminating with 12 hours experience. So it will be a worship experience that will be going for 12. Okay. So we'll be having a kesha. Yeah? Kesha. A normal kesha. Yeah. Okay. Correction on that. We'll be having a normal kesha this Friday. So do not miss out. That means it will be starting from 9:30 p.m. All right, so come prepared to experience from God. Come prepared to have a good time in the presence of God. So thank you so much for being here today. We've had an amazing time. And I know that you've received from our conversation today. What we do on MBC ITV is that we transform lives in one way or another. So I hope that you've been transformed. All right. So once again, do not miss out the lunch hours today from 12:30 to 2:30, and we'll be able to get blessed. God bless you. God be with you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Of course, with this particular show, we'll see you next week, same place, same time. But until then, have an amazing rest of the day and rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Bye.